Hi everyone, Steve here, and I'm back for the next module. In this particular session, we're going to talk about installing WordPress plugins. Now, WordPress plugins are optional components that can be added to your WordPress installation to provide added functionality. And you are pretty much unlimited in the types of plugins that you can install in WordPress. However, I'll give you a couple pointers. When possible, it's good to it's good to put WordPress plugins that actually benefit your site. However, you want to try to limit the number of plugins to just the ones that you absolutely need, because the more plugins you have, obviously the more potential for problems to happen down the road, especially as you update to the latest versions of WordPress. Another thing is that the more plugins you have, it typically slows your website down. So you want a website that performs very fast, so you want to try to limit the amount of plugins you're using. Now, there are two plugins that I'm going to demonstrate today that I have on every single one of my sites, whether it is a membership site or just a general blog site. And that is the all-in-one SEO pack, as well as the exclude pages from navigation plugin. Now, both of these plugins are just the ones that I use. There's other versions such as Yoast SEO, but the one that works well for me and I know how to use well is called All-in-One SEO Pack, and it does things like help you improve your posts for the best SEO optimization, things like titles, descriptions, keywords, and some other stuff. So I'm going to show you how to do that. To do that, you log into your website's dashboard page, and the first thing you're going to do is go down to plugins, and then I'll show you installed plugins first. Installed plugins is where you go to see the plugins that are already there. When you do a clean version of WordPress install, you'll have an Askomet and a Jetpack plugin, and there's also one called Hello Dolly, which I always delete. It's just there as a placeholder. But anyways, I do not activate Jetpack, and I usually activate Akismet, but I haven't done it today. But to add a new plugin, just go up here, hit Add New. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can either upload the plugin directly, but what I usually do is, if it's not a premium plugin and it's one that's free and available, which both of the ones I'll show you today are, I just go out and do a search. So I'm going to type in all-in-one SEO pack. Hit search, and the one I'm looking for is this one right here, all-in-one SEO pack. All I have to do now is hit install now. Go ahead and hit OK to confirm it, and it downloads, unpacks it, installs it, and then in order for me to do anything with it, I need to activate the plugin. So I'm going to hit activate plugin. Now when you do that, some plugins will pop up a little text description box here, and this one says that the all-in-one SEO pack must be configured. We'll do that in a minute. I'll come right back to that one, but while we're on this page, let's go ahead and add the other one. So I'll hit Add New again. Now this one I'm looking for is exclude pages from navigation. Now this is one that works well because it allows you to create pages that you do not want to show up in your menu. And the particular one is right here. It's called exclude pages, and I do install now. I hit OK, and again downloads, unpacks, and activates the plugin. Now I did think of one in here before I actually misspoke. The other one that I also install is called Google XML Sitemap. And Google XML Sitemap is an easy way to create a googly, that's like a funny word, Google sitemap that tells Google about the different pages that are indexed on your site. And it's really just a an XML file that Google knows how to read and parse. So I'm going to go ahead and install that since I got it here as well. I'm going to hit OK, install, activate. Now if we go back, here's our list, and all-in-one SEO pack, exclude pages from navigation, and Google XML sitemap are configured. Now to go back up here, we wanted to do all-in-one SEO pack must be configured. I'm going to hit the admin screen to do this. And that takes you to a page with some various different options. One of the options you're going to want to do is click the enabled button in order to enable it. Now this is your home title, so this allows you to set what you want the title pages to default to. Now you can override these in the individual page settings, but this is just the overall thing. So I want to do Marathon Training Clinic, that's the title, and I'll put in a brief description. The Marathon Training Clinic is a premier online marathon and half marathon training system. I'll come back and actually put something in there that's a little better, but you get the idea. Here you can put various keywords, so I'm going to just put in a couple for now. Marathon training, half marathon training, running, clinic, training plans, and training programs. It's debatable whether or not this has any impact anymore in the SEO world, but we'll go ahead and put them in there because it only took a second. So that is pretty much all that I set up. Everything else defaults so that when your default post uses the post title as the title, that'll appear up in this window here, followed by the blog title, and same with the pages stuff. So you can play around with those, but for the most part I've always just used the defaults, and I've never had any issues. Everything else I leave just to the default settings, and then I'll hit update options and then go back to plugins, installed plugins, and now that went away. Now I just realized in the last video that after I installed Optimize Press, I did not go back and actually show you what it looked like. So to do that, I'm going to go click on here, click on Marathon Training Clinic, and what you get is basically just a getting started page. In the following videos, we are going to configure Optimize Press specifically for your membership site, as well as install Digital Access Pass, which is the membership plugin, and we'll get the two working together in future sessions. So thanks for listening, and be sure to check us out on membershipsitemaniac.com, where you can check out the 2-hour create a membership website in 2 hours or less tutorial. It's a free tutorial, and this is just one of the modules in it. So thanks for listening, and we'll check you out in the next module.